Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name's Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this box. This is the Ubiquiti UNAS 4. This is the one in white. This is the desktop model. There is a black as well. The technical specs are exactly the same across the two of those. We're just going to be looking at what's in the white unit. Now, this is not a big technical overview. If you want to see how to set up a UNAS and get it all running, then head over to our YouTube channel. We've got plenty more information there. If you're looking for the exact tech specs, techspecs.ui.com will be the place for you to go. But let's dive on in and have a look at what you get in the box. So to start off with, we're going to get our Get Started guide, which I'm sure you may not even open. We'll pop that one over the way. You are going to get a 1 meter ether lighting cable. This is a PoE powered device. This is going to run from your PoE injector to the device. Obviously you could use it the other way around and use a different cable if you wanted to, but that comes there in the box. You're going to get your power cord. We're here in Australia, so that's our 3-pin at that end. Mickey Mouse at this side. Remember, you can't power the box directly. It's PoE plus powered, triple plus. And that's the PoE injector we'll have a look at the moment. So this is going to actually be plugged into our PoE injector. That will be obviously different for each country or different country that you live in. You are then going to get some packets here of little screws. Those are going to help you fit the hard drives in, which we'll have a look at in a moment. You are going to get some screws and lugs. That's for this back plate here, which is for your PoE injector. So let's have a look. This is our PoE 10 gig PoE+++. Standard, you can buy this on its own as well, but it comes bundled with the device. There's your power in on that side. Over on the back, you can see we've got our cutouts. This is your mount. This can be mounted and screwed into the wall, and then that clipped into place to hold it. Then over here, obviously what we have, this is 2.5 gigabits a second. Well, it is actually a 10 gigabit a second adapter. But this device only does 2.5 gigabits a second. You can have your data in and then your PoE+++ out, which runs into the back of this device. Then, of course, we've got the device itself, which is really probably the main thing you want to be having a look at. It's polycarbonate construction. Let's just move this around so we can see a little bit of it here. This is the front of it. We've got our USB-C expansion for external hard drive options there. We have got our LCD panel at the front here, which is going to show us some of the status of the unit. Got nothing else on the sides, as you can see, but here on the back. So on the back here, we have this cutout, which does help lifting it as well. But at the same time, if you have a look in there, you can see it's our air out, or our air intake, probably our air out on this side here as well. Everything though happens from the bottom of the unit. So let's just turn this unit around so we can actually have a look in here. Obviously, we've got our rubber feet that just keep it off the desk, and then we have our drive bays here, which we'll have a look at in a moment. If we just turn this to the side, this is our 2.5 gigabit a second Ethernet port. It does support 1 gig as well. That, remember, is going to be your PoE+++ powered. So if you've got a switch that powers it, you can run it directly, or you're going to use that PoE injector that we showed you earlier that comes in the box to power it directly. Okay. So what does this box support? We know that this supports 2 NVMe drives. These can be used as cache or separate storage. You're going to use your quick release tool. Now, the trays don't come. These are the same trays that you can find for the UCG Max and the UCG Fiber. You're going to be able to then mount your NVMe's in those and then push them into this socket. This blanking plate obviously becomes superfluous at that spare at that point in time. So I'll just pop that back in tidiness, but you've got 2 slots for that. We've got our little reset hole over here. And then we've got our 4 hard drive bays. Really simple. Just going to pop the button to bring that out. That's the drive bay, polycarbonate construction. Obviously, you can see our SATA connector is at the back. You can probably just see that down there as well. You can see we've got our quick fix mounting. Let me just grab a drive here. Got a 6 terabyte drive here. That would just actually clip straight into place with no extra screws. I can actually put a final screw in there if I want to. And then obviously that would then actually just slip back in place. This supports RAID 5, 6, and 10. I think it only supports a single RAID group though. Let me just show you again here though. We do have the option for a 2.5-inch drive to be able to screw in. And we did have those small packets of screws there in the box that will actually allow us to put all of that in place. That is really all there is to the device itself. Really simple, sleek design. Let's just pop that back over, and obviously then that just sits down on the desk like that. So hopefully that's been useful. A quick look there at the Ubiquiti UNAS 4 in white. Head on over to our YouTube channel. Got plenty more box openings on network, firewall, wireless and camera security, how-to guides, rough and readies, things like how to set up the UNAS there as well. So why don't you head on over, subscribe and stay up to date.